Hello friends, welcome to our channel Kids Moral Story.
So today we are going to tell you the story about
The Buffalo and the Prince.
So subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell and press the like button
Until it reaches 200 likes. So
100 likes. 100.
So let's start.
The
The Buffalo Prince. Assam is full of beautiful forests, hills and rhinos. Hills and rivers.
Assam is full of beautiful forests, hills and rivers. In the forest live elephants, rhinos, tigers, deers, wild pigs and buffaloes and many other kinds of animals, both big and small. In one such a forest in Assam, there lived a tiger and a boar. They were both very big and strong. Both lived at the foot of
Banyan
tree. The two had been neighborhoods for a long time, so they had become friendly. One afternoon in late summer, the two had just woken from their nap. After they made merry meal, the tiger stretched himself lazily and said to the boar, "Friend boar, how many miles can you walk in an hour?" The boar replied, "I can walk about 3 miles an hour." "Is that all?" laughed the tiger. Why I can walk 20 miles in an hour? That is roughly 7 times the distance you can do so. So that must I mean I am 7 times stronger than you." The boar now grew often to be
Offended.
told this. Now, if you speak so foolishly, people will laugh at you."
Foolishly.
He chased the tiger. Superiority in one except does not mean superiority in all. Physically and stronger than you. The two now had a long dispute on this point. After a while, the boar challenged the tiger. "All right," he said, "we will prove who is the strongest of us. Let us fight a duel and see who wins." With all my heart, agreed the tiger. "But fight a duel, we must have a referee. Who can
Referee. Judge.
Judge who is the winner?" "Yes, we do need a referee," said the boar. "The only one suitable judge is a man. Man is an intelligent being. He can judge right from wrong. What is just from what unjust. So we must find a man to be our referee." The tiger said he would go off and search for a man following day. With that, the two went about their own business. The next morning, when the tiger woke up from sleep, he left his home under the banyan tree. He went to the highway and took his seat under some bushes that grew by the side. The road he planted to grab the first man who came along and take him away to be their referee. Now it happened in a neighboring village there lived a very poor young man and his known mother. The young man named was Kamal.
Kamal.
Kamal. And he was a very handsome and good. All the villagers loved Kamal. They ever wanted to help him, but Kamal did not take their help, as he was rather proud. One day Kamal told his mother that he wished to go away and seek his fortune. His mother thought for a while and then answered, "My son, I will be sorry to lose you, but I know that fortune favors the brave, so you must go. The goddess of fortune will smile on you, I am sure." With that, the advised Kamal to go and take the operation of his maternal uncle. What since it is
Maternal.
maternal uncle.
Kamal went there at once. He had a long talk with his uncle. His uncle also advised him to go away and seek his fortune. By the time Kamal left his uncle's house, it was already late evening. As it happened, his way back home led past the road where the tiger was waiting. Thus, as Kamal came along, full of thoughts of a rosy future, of a sudden the tiger spotted him. The tiger leapt out of hiding place and grabbed hold of Kamal. Taken unawares, Kamal let out a cry, and though he struggled to get away, he was unable to. Of course, the tiger completely overpowered him. He lifted Kamal onto his back and carried him away to the banyan tree. Soon the tiger arrived at the foot of banyan tree. Here he set the trembling Kamal down. "Don't be afraid, friend," said the tiger to Kamal kindly. "Though I am a man-eater, I have not brought you here to harm you. Actually, I need your help. My neighbor, a boar, and I wish to fight a duel to see who is stronger. As such, we need a referee to judge. Referee, will you be our referee?" Hearing that, Kamal grew less afraid. He agreed to be their referee. So the tiger gave him something to eat and made him comfortable for the night. Then the next morning, the duel began. As Kamal sat to play referee, as the boar and the tiger fought, Kamal would decide when one or other played foul, means played wrong. Kamal kept a score of the points to see who was winning. However, the tiger and the bear were equally matched. Though they fought for 7 days non-stop, without food for drink or sleep. The scores on the both sides continued to be even. At last, Kamal said to them, "Brothers, give up this duel. Your referee, my judgment is that you are both equally matched in physical strength. So it is time to stop." The tiger and the boar were already so tired that they needed no further advice to stop fighting. After having something to eat and drink, they lay down to rest. had recovered a bit, the tiger said to Kamal, Kamal Dada, you are our brother from today. I will get something for you to eat. After that, I will take you home. Just wait here for me. And with that, he left the place. It was midnight. When he came back, he had killed a big deer.
And had brought it for his guest. Since the bow and Kamal were already asleep, the tiger went to sleep too. Then in morning, when the three of them woke up, the tiger said to Kamal, Kamal Dada, I have brought you this gift of a deer as a token of our thanks for being our river. I am ready now to take you home, but before I do, you must make me a promise. You must tell no one where you have been or what you have been doing for these past 7 days. If you do, I will kill you. Do you understand? I understand, said Kamal. I promise not to breathe a word of a soul. And with that, the tiger took Kamal on his back. He took the deer in his mouth and away they went to Kamal's home. Kamal was glad to return just as the golden rays of the morning sun were spreading across his little garden. They arrived at his home. The tiger left Kamal with a last word of warning. Please remember your promise. He reminded, if you do, I shall always be your friend. If you break your word, I will kill you. I will kill you. And he went away. Kamal's mother was happy to see her son return at once. She began to question him as to where he had been and what he had done the past week, but in answer to her many questions, Kamal refused to say a word. Soon the villagers began to call on Kamal. They also asked him where he had been and what he had done. But once again, Kamal refused to answer any questions. Instead, he had given him and invited all the villagers to partake of it. However, when everything was ready and all sat down to eat, one of the villagers, an elderly man, said to Kamal, if you don't tell us where you were the last 7 days, we shall not take part in this feast. Kamal was now at loss what to do. When the villagers pressed him, he said, if I tell you where I was for the last 7 days, I shall be killed by a tiger. Hearing this, the villagers began to laugh. How can a tiger kill you with all of us present here? They said, tell us what happened and we protect you from this tiger. Since there was no other way, Kamal decided to tell his story. So, talking his seat in very middle of the group of villagers, he began, but he had hardly finished his tale when, of sudden, without warning, the tiger appeared. He let out a huge roar, which terrified the villagers, and once they had filled, leaving poor Kamal to his prey. The tiger took a great leap and reached Kamal. He lifted Kamal into his back and carried him away. Kamal was so afraid he left he felt his end was near. Now the tiger would surely eat it. The tiger meanwhile darted away with Kamal through the bushes. Then as they passed under a large tree, Kamal espied a low branch with great presence of mind. He at once swung himself up into it. The tree he had climbed higher and still higher till at last he was safe on the one of the topmost branches. He looked down to find Tiger staring up at him angrily. "Do you think you can escape me?" he said to Kamal. "I will wait here for you. You will have to come down sometime, then I will eat you." And the tiger settled to wait under the tree. He lay down and soon he fell asleep. Now it happened that the foot of the tree there lived a herd of wild buffaloes. As morning dawned, the buffaloes woke from sleep on seeing the big tiger near them. They were at first afraid, but soon the advice they gathered courage and all together attacked the tiger. The tiger was very stronger than the buffalo, or two put together, but the herd of buffalo against him, he was soon defeated. Long the tiger lay dead and Kamal was saved. Meanwhile, Kamal had watched the battle from the branches above. His heart was full of gratitude to the buffaloes for saving his life. He now desired to do something for the buffaloes. In return, as a token of his gratitude, Kamal came down from the tree. He stood at the foot of it and thought about the matter. Since the buffalo had by this time gone off to graze, he was quite alone. He looked around and noticed that the spot which the buffalo occupied was very dirty indeed. So he decided to clean the place so that the buffaloes would have a comfortable spot to rest. It would take him at least a week. He realized to do the job, but he must get to work right away. On the first day, he cleaned about 1/10 of space that the buffaloes occupied. Then, before the buffaloes returned from grazing, he took a bath in nearby river. He ate some fruit and then climbed the tree to spend the night. On the return, the buffaloes promised to find a part of their ground to clean up, but through they wondered. At first they did not give much thought to the matter. Kamal walked in the same manner for 3 days. On the third day, the cleanliness of the place struck an old buffalo named Mena. Now I wondered, said Mena to himself, how this place got so clean. Unable to find an answer, he went to the ladder of the herd.
leader of the herd, whose name was Longhorn, and said, Longhorn, have you noticed how the spot where we say had become so clean of a sudden? Someone has been doing us a service. I am sure, but who can be? Yes, I have noticed too, said Longhorn. I have been wondering about this matter as well. But let us talk to some of the other buffaloes to see what they make of it. Longhorn and Mena thus brought up the topic of the others, but though all said they had noticed the same thing, none could explain how the place had become so clean. While they wondered who could have done them such a kind service, the following day, as Kamal was getting down from the tree, he was at last spotted by old Mena and Longhorn. Who are you? Questioned Mena. Yes, tell us who you are. Longhorn took up the point. Are you a person who has been doing such a kind service by cleaning this place? Yes, answered Kamal modestly. You see, you saved my life, so I wished to do you a little service, though it is nothing in comparison to what you did for me. The two buffaloes were surprised to hear this. They asked Kamal how they had saved his life. So Kamal told them a story from start of his encounter with the tiger. At the end he said, and so that was how you saved my life. I am very grateful. I must therefore request you to allow me to finish this job which I have started for you. The buffaloes listened to Kamal's story with great interest. They went on to question Kamal about himself. Kamal told them that he was very poor. He told them that he intended to leave his home to seek his fortune. At that Mena was silent for a while. Then he said, Kamal, you have been very kind to us. Tell us now how we can help you to be truthful. The only thing we have to offer you in return is milk. That is available in plenty. We can give you as much as you want. Kamal thought over the matter and soon replied, Yes, I agree to accept your kind offer of milk. I am sure it can help me to make my fortune in a short while. You see, us humans use milk for many things. Not only do we drink milk, but we can also use milk to make cheese, ghee, butter and sweets. These products sell well and fetch a good price. Very well then, said Longhorn. You shall have milk in plenty, and we shall help you to make that way to make your fortune. The matter settled. Longhorn now went off to find a convenient way by means of which milk could be delivered to Kamal's house to help him start a business in milk products. Longhorn arranged with an elephant who was his friend, to carry the milk daily to Kamal's house in the village. This was soon done, and daily the elephant began to carry huge quantities of milk to Kamal's house. Kamal and his mother sold some of the milk. The rest they made into cheese, ghee, butter and sweets. These products sold very well, and in time Kamal grew rich. Soon he was able to afford a number of servants whose duties were to help with the sales as well as to tend the buffaloes, who were now Kamal's best friends. Kamal spent a lot of time in the forest with the buffaloes. He became very brave. He could soon fight any wild animals and kill them. In time, Kamal grew even richer, since he was kind-hearted by nature.